and are approaching noon, so I think maybe we'll go ahead and kick it off. Welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today. My name is Lauren, and I'm the Experience Coordinator at Serendipity Labs in Frisco, Texas. I want to thank you all for logging in and joining us today for our link webinar, Inside Works of Love and Hope. I'm very excited about this presentation moderated by a dear friend of the lab, Tammy, who is also chair of the Frisco Arts Foundation, and it features the beautiful work of our incredible local talent, Miss Leticia Herrera. Both women are actively engaged in the arts community of Frisco as leaders and the broader Metroplex as well, and we are honored to host Leta's exhibit at a time when the heart of the work is so universally felt. So for any of you who are not familiar with Serendipity Labs, we offer an upscale workplace solution focused on hospitality. We have over 40 locations nationwide, and Frisco Hall Park opened in October of 2018. Whether you need an occasional workplace for yourself or more long-term offices for your team, we offer a variety of membership options that can be customized to your needs and budget. We are also available to host any off-site meetings and events soon in our conference rooms and ideation studio. And one thing that is unique about our labs is the professional networking and valuable business connections that happen organically among our members. Inspired by these connections, we created Link, this virtual platform where our members and guests can learn, inspire, network, and collaborate. We invite you to visit serendipitylabs.com/link. And also, please reach out to us if you have any content you would like to share. We have visuals of Leta's art throughout the presentation, and please be prepared for an open forum question and answer session at the end of this presentation. Without further ado, I'd like to introduce our moderator, Tammy Meinershagen, who is also a Serendipity Labs member.
Yes, thank you, Lauren. And I'm in my office right now. In case you've never been to Serendipity Labs and you don't know how cool it is over here, I just want to show you my awesome office. So I get to have like artwork all over, but you can see out here, there's also that beautiful sculpture by John Henry, who, there we go, called The Jaguar. And then I have another piece of art from one of our local artists, Teresa Krieger. And like, this is my little room. But it's perfect for our organization, Frisco Arts Foundation, to be centered in a place that celebrates art, that exhibits art, and then especially within Hall Park, to be at Serendipity Labs that supports local artists. So we're really fortunate that, you know, there's art on the walls all the time, and it's a rotating exhibit. So now we're going to get to know all the different artists that are coming through, and I love that this platform's happening. So thank you, Lauren and Serendipity Labs. And Leta is someone that I've known for many years, and it's just when I first walked and I saw her big red painting that was right by my door, I'm like, yay, she's finally here. So we're going to get to know her and her artwork, the process behind it. We're going to see some of the artwork. I'm going to actually walk you through as she's talking through some of the pieces here. So let me give you a little background on Leticia, but we also call her Leta. Herrera is a prize-winning Mexican-American artist who seeks to explore what it means to be human in her art. Painting mostly with oils and palette knife, she is an experienced artist with works in private collections worldwide, has shown her work in museums in Mexico and Spain, and has received several awards in North Texas. Herrera is a member of several arts organizations and serves on the board of directors of the Visual Arts Guild of Frisco. So Leta, thank you for being here and for sharing your passion and your heart with us today.
No, thank you, Tammy. Thank you. I mean, it is such an honor. Thank you to Serendipity Labs to invite me to be part of this awesome program that supports artists. And I am very, very honored to be here. And also welcome to all the people that join us. I am like so grateful to you. Yay!
I know. Did you see we have a guest from out of state from North Carolina, Martha? Thanks for joining in from, if anyone else is from out of Texas, would love to know, but that's so great. And the nice thing about virtual is you can do that. You know, you don't have to like stay right here within your own
Right.
city. So let's start a little bit. We'll start with some questions for Leta, your background, and then we'll start digging into your art. So, you know, I'm always curious, how did you get started into painting? What was your inspiration? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, when did I start painting? That's when I
Yes,
started
sure.
painting a long time ago, since I was a little girl, and I've always loved to paint. So I think that painting has always been part of my DNA.
Mm-hmm.
And plus, my family I have a couple of uncles that when I was growing up, they always inspire me. They're professional artists. And so they are really, really part of my life as an artist. I mean, even though they don't know it very much, I do admire them a lot because I follow their story. One is a watercolorist, and another one is from Spain, and they are very influential in my inspiration to become an artist. Plus, my family they're not visual artists, but they I grow in a family with my grandmother had 22 kids, from my mom, and from my dad 10 kids.
What?
Yeah. I came
That
from like
is
a big
crazy.
family, and they all sing and dance, and they like to perform and do all kinds of stuff. And so, I mean, I don't know. I think the artistic little seed is in my blood, and my dad was very artistic too. So, I mean, yeah.
Okay. My gosh, 22 kids though. I mean,
I know,
that's
right?
like creating your own party, like all the time.
Yeah, awesome. I mean, just imagine my cousins, and all of us getting together with our uncles that have wives and husbands and kids, and yeah, it was crazy.
Oh my gosh, that is so cool. That's so cool. Well, I can tell all that, you know, love of family and heart and the vibrancy that comes through in your work that we'll talk about later. But yeah, that is so cool. So tell us a little bit about this international exhibit that that you were part of just recently in Barcelona.
I had the opportunity to get an invitation to. That's such an honor. I've been, you know, to be part of this international exhibition where artists from, you know, mostly Latin Americans, like from Cuba, from Venezuela, of course, Mexico and Spain. I was invited to participate in this exhibition, and I decided to submit this painting that you guys are seeing. It's called The Secret. For me, I don't know why I chose that painting. I always loved that painting, even though it's very different from my work that I'm doing right now. And once it was in Spain, it was in this exhibition, the director and the manager of the exhibition saw the painting, and she told me if I wanted to submit the same painting to another exhibition there in Spain. But that was a juror exhibition. It was a competition, and only 30 paintings were going to make it to the show. And she said, you know, you never know. I mean, I know you're going to be late in the competition, but you know, it's for a very for a cause, for a foundation, Tamayo, which cures eyes. So the exhibition was Miradas. So I was going to bring back the painting after that exhibition, and it got invited to this other exhibition. And then I received an email that my painting not just got into the 30 finalists to make the show, but it was 5th place. It didn't win or anything, but it was 5th place. I was like, what? So I was very happy that my painting is having a blast in Spain.
Yay, that's amazing.
And too bad I couldn't go, obviously, for obvious reasons, for traveling. But I am so happy for that. I'm very honored to have participated in an exhibition that was, I mean, it was like, I don't know how many pieces were submitted, but a lot. And I'm part of the exhibition and representing all of us, you know, Mexico and the United States, my Latin community, and Frisco Arts and VAGF, and, you know, all that. I'm very, very, very happy for that.
Yes. Well, and speaking of Mexico, we saw that we have a couple guests from Mexico City. And So that's just really wonderful. You know, that's the power of the arts, is it brings people together, and it inspires no matter what our race is, or age, and all of that. So that's amazing. I mean, look at this beautiful painting. And I remember seeing this in person during one of our concerts, when we had you as our featured artist, as well. So let's talk a little bit more now about the different series that you have. This one is a little more of the realist one, but Lauren, maybe if you want to go back to the regular camera, I'm going to walk outside my room and we'll go look at the one that is, oh. Did I lose you guys?
No, I can.
There you are. I was like, where is everybody? Okay, so literally right outside my office, I get to look at this. Amazing. And it's called Fly Me to the Colors of Joy. So tell us a little bit about this piece, Leta.
Well, that piece is from one of my abstracts that I did before I started in a series that we're going to be talking about later. Mm-hmm. And this piece was created because of you, Tammy.
Oh my gosh, really?
Yeah, that's why it's there. This is I'm going to make the story short. Artists have sometimes a very hard time to have, how are you going to call the painting? So when I was featured in the red carpet, I was a featured artist in the red carpet. And I remember, I don't know if you remember, you asked me, you know, we need a painting that has a little bit of pinks and red, you know, for by the piano, where artist David Osborne, which is a pianist, was gonna give the concert. And I already submitted all my work that you approved to be on the exhibition. And I was like, oh, I told you, okay, I can do it. So it was, I don't remember how much time I had to create the painting, but it did not came. I mean, it just, my canvas was white one day, 2 days, and I'm like, what am I gonna do? And talking about inspiration, I put some music on. Of course, I have to put music while I paint. And the first song that when it was the song by Frank Sinatra, "Fly Me to the Moon," "Fly Me to the Moon." Yeah. And I start dancing and da, 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 da. It's such a happy song. I love that song. And all of a sudden, I just start painting, almost like if I was the director of an orchestra and painting. And I felt so much joy doing it. And when I finished, I really, really liked it. So
amazing. I did not realize that story, even though we were involved in that whole event together.
The real story is that at the concert, he said, I'm going to make my own song. I'm going to do my own. He played that song. He dedicated it to you. And he started playing, this is my favorite song and one of my favorites. And it was dedicated to you. And it was like, that song, Frank Sinatra. It was the music from Frank Sinatra, "Fly Me to the." I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna call that painting. And I said, "Fly Me to the Moon? That doesn't look like a painting, Fly Me to the Moon." That's why I said, no, "Fly Me to the Colors of Joy." And so it has, so that's the story. And it's a fun story, I think.
My gosh, I love it. Now I know the story behind this piece. And I love that it's literally right outside my room. So that's so amazing. Well, and you know, as you can see on this painting, she's got the acrylic, the palette knife technique, and this is much more abstract than some of the other ones. So we're going to walk over here. You can get a little view of our lab, so you can see that they've got hanging systems to hang the art. So let's look at this one now. I'll give you the wide view. And this one is called Travelers of a Colorful Mind. And this is part of your Walker series. So tell us, Leta, about the inspiration behind the Walker series.
The Walker series started, I I believe 3 years ago or 2 years and a half, something like that. It was, and it's become the work, I guess my signature work in my last 3 years. It started, I had leftover painting once, and I was working on another figurative painting, and I don't know, I just used it, and I thought it was really amazing. And then it reminded me of the immigrants that were walking towards here to find a better place to live. And that made me think about how everybody really walks on their life to find a better place. I'm an immigrant, but I think that even if you don't go to another country, we are immigrants. We walk to find something great in our lives, whatever that great is for everybody. So the inspiration came from that leftover painting, and I thought it looked really cool. And then I painted shadows, and then it reminded me of people. So that's where it came from. And the message is of love and hope and joy and everything that brings joy to humans. They represent humans. Search for joy.
It's so like mesmerizing. I heard yesterday, during our practice call, that we've got members in this office that will just come and just stare, because there are so many different, they're all unique, just like people, as you said, the immigrants, and the way you place them. And there's just a very, I don't know, I think it's like a calming effect it has, because you see everyone going towards the center, towards the kind of a similar goal, I guess you could say. And it brings a lot of hope and joy, for sure.
Yeah, my intention is for the viewers to find peace, something peaceful, because I remember I saw an artist once that he's a photographer, and he is Colbert, and his photographs make me almost cry of how beautiful and peaceful they were. And I said, it don't have anything to do with my work, but I said, I want one day to really, at least if I can have one person to look at the painting and feel that their journey through life, it's okay, and it's you have to find joy through that journey, and at the end there is light. There's no matter what, and through the journey there is light, because light is everywhere.
Isn't this so cool? I just think it's so amazing. It's just beautiful. And this, especially, just the clouds and the sun, and how you've created this world where we're all journeying together. It's just gorgeous. And this one is called, let me see here, Light Souls.
Light Souls.
Yeah.
Yeah. That one has a little bit of a very deep emotion behind it. I painted that at the beginning of the pandemic. Actually, not at the middle of the pandemic. It was a big, huge canvas that was supposed to be for another painting, and I just couldn't paint it. One of my best friends lost her daughter in tragic circumstances, and it was really, really, really a very sad moment for all of us. And I was here. I couldn't go there and hug her and kiss her. Pandemic, and I just felt so powerless. So I wanted to create a painting where, and I thought about all the mothers, that thought their kids and the pandemic and all the losses. And I wanted to create something beautiful, a beautiful space that, those beautiful people are light souls. They are light, and light is everywhere. And of course, I didn't achieve the beauty of the sky, because I know I couldn't do it, but the feeling is there. I want them to feel that, and I want the people that lost someone beautiful, someone in their lives, that there's a beautiful space, and they're here with us, with that light around. So that's the meaning of that painting. It's very sad for me, but at the same time, it's my way to tell my friends and those people that everything's okay. It's gonna be.
Well, Actually, I'm glad he walked by so that you could see the scale of this. Because, you know, maybe just from like the computer, you're like, oh, it looks like it's a cube, but it's actually really, really big. Like if I stand next to it, it's a huge, it almost takes up the entire wall. So,
Right.
yeah, it's absolutely mesmerizing. Okay, we're going to go down this way and see another one. Thanks for going on this journey with me. This one is absolutely fascinating. So here's kind of a long view of it. So tell us about this one. I remember seeing
United
this.
by Love is the name of the painting.
Created.
Yeah.
United by Love.
So I think when I created this painting, I think it's very powerful to think about our world as a heart, right? I mean, it's very, very obvious, you know, just, and then all my walkers around them trying to connect and trying to walk towards that huge earth that is a heart. I mean, you know, like, it's just, we are so powerful when we're together. We're so powerful when we go, when we look for love. And I think that it's just, even though it looks a little bit naive, you know, the pink was intentional to be naive and pure and beautiful, the sky. But I think that I'm always been that way, very hopeful to you know, to find, you know, love,
Right.
and union and unity among humans, among us.
Yes, yes. I think the pink is, I mean, it's bright, it's hopeful. It gives, it's, you know, it's not heavy. And I love that the world is a heart. You know, it's just something that, gosh, we need more of this message. So yes, I absolutely love this one too. See, I'm telling you, this is why people come and just stare. And they can't get any work done. All right, so let's talk a little bit. I'm going to come over to this one because there are now some pieces that have words in them as well. So and so from the Walker series, now you're doing this. Is this called the Word series?
Yes, from my Walker series, because I've been working for so long now, almost 3 years with this series, I end up doing sub-series. You know, this is one of my latest of my Walkers, and this series is called Words Matter. I wanted to put beautiful words in my paintings, and humans, which are my walkers, my impastos, walk towards those beautiful words. And why? Because I believe that, you know, and it's true, one word can put you down or can just enhance you and make your day. I mean, words do matter. And especially nowadays, you know, the world is so divided. I think that we need to be kind with our words. So I chose these beautiful words that, in my personal experience, have make me feel, you know, amazing. So this particular painting talks about the word love. So I wrote in many different languages the word love, and I think almost all the languages, but they are hidden behind the pink. So all of them together is, you know, it's the same word, but in different languages, and it just creates this energy.
Yes.
You know, because for me, love is the most powerful feeling, and it's a very powerful word as well.
Yes, absolutely. No, now that I look at it, you're right. So amor, agape, I see even very lightly, I think it's Japanese or Chinese there in the pink. I don't know if you can tell, right there.
Yeah, there's another, I mean, I don't remember which country, but definitely I did my research and found those words, and I was like, whoa, that's cool how this love is pronounced in these different languages.
What I really like about this one too is, like, you know, when you're coming up close, it really looks like a person. I mean, it's hard to believe that these are not people. They really look like they're just traveling people. I mean, it's incredible what you were able to create with these, you know, some larger, some smaller. But just, I
Yeah,
love
and
the
they
color,
don't look
color
like people
palette.
at all. Like if you look closer, they are really in pastels, like, you know, blurbs of paintings, you know, but they have a journey, and the shadows on them is what makes a little bit of the trick, because shadows are important, right? It's an indication that there's light.
Yes. So tell me about that. Like when you're creating these people, and here's a new one that I'm showing you, you've got a little bit of a shadow on each. Like that's not shadow created by the lighting here. It's actually created by you.
Right.
Like right here, these little.
Right. Yes. I mean, sometimes I have the experience that people have to get close to my painting and say, oh my gosh, these are the shadow from, it's not the shadows from the light, it's the shadows that you created. Yeah. I like to put my shadows, and actually I have really worked in how the shadows can look more real, and have made a lot of sketches and stuff. But I choose where my light is coming from, and I kind of start creating that shadow. Sometimes I don't do it exactly, but the moment I put the shadows in it, it's incredible. But they really came to life. Mm-hmm.
Right. So you do have to think about, like, directionally, where is that light coming from, and then make it that accurate angle. So this one is entitled, it says, The Shine of Love. So we have large love sun up there.
Yeah, that I when I was creating that, and I even talked to myself, I just imagine and close your eyes and feel the warmth of the sun and the world around you, and just start feeling that warmth and the energy. It's such a positive energy. And so the whole world, you know, is just, it's almost like it's getting out of the canvas, which, by the way, is a very big canvas.
It is a very big painting.
And in the middle, it's just, you know, I don't know if I was successful with it, but I wanted to create this energy of ball, and from the ball, almost the light is coming out, and, you know, humans and people walking towards that, because that is really what I want to create. It's just, I want us to be attracted by these positive feelings that makes us better people.
You know, I think that's the theme that I see in your work, Leta, is that attraction to positivity, or to love, or, you know, to good things in this world. And I mean, we so need that. I mean, in every aspect. So here is another one called, this is Spiral of Words of Dreams. So here's the middle of it, and it'll come out. Another huge painting that almost takes up the entire wall.
Yeah.
And what are the words in here?
There are many words. They almost didn't make sense, but the most words is beyond dreams. You know, I really talk about the dreams there, and how we go. And a spiral is also that very often I put in my paintings, the spiral symbol. And so it's almost dreamy, almost, you know, when you go in these spirals of dreams and you walk towards your dreams, and you don't let, it's, you know, beyond dreams is, you can do it. You can follow your dreams, follow that spiral of your life, and find your light, basically. Because I found people that follow their dreams and do something about it at the end of their journey, not at the end of their journey, actually during their journey, they found light.
Yeah.
And light for me signifies, like I said it many times before, the joy, right? The joy of the journey.
Absolutely. I'm seeing, it says dreams, and there is the magic, as it comes around this way. Yeah. Beautiful. But you're right, there is definitely joy in the journey. I'm going to see if I can, sorry if I'm making people dizzy. But I want to show kind of the scale again of these pieces. And if you come in person, you'll see that every single one of the artwork has obviously information and the QR code where you can follow Leticia on Instagram, and then you can also get a 20% off on the painting itself. So, you know, I know Mexico City is kind of a far travel to get here, but for the rest of you, if you wanted to come in, you could definitely do so and enjoy not only viewing these, but purchasing. You know, one of the things that I like to say with supporting our local artists is that if you purchase a piece of art, you give the artist time to continue creating, and that's definitely, you know, that's how we can support our local arts community. I'm coming around. I'm doing a little more than I expected, but that's because I just want everyone to see how amazing this artwork is. Look at this, and then you also get to see a little bit about Serendipity Labs while I'm doing the mini tour. But so this is an area right here where people can just sit and relax, and you've got this gorgeous piece, which is another part of your word series. Oops, there we go.
Right.
And it's got a little more of the purplish hues called Words Matter.
Right. That is that piece is called Words Matter because that was the first one that I did of that. And actually, if you look at the words, at the little where the energy comes, which is the same message, every one of those words are words that enhance our life, like hope and love and joy and family and unity and integrity and gratitude. And, you know, all these words. I want people to be kind with their words and really know that words can put you very high or put you very low. So
yes,
yeah, my message is to be kind with our words, with the people you love.
Absolutely. I don't think, and then here, look at that view. That's pretty spectacular. I mean, just that view itself, I think, is artistic because of the big red just drawing you to it. Do you mind if we go down the hall, Lauren, and see a couple more of her pieces? Do we have time?
Not at all. Let's do it, and then we'll
get
into
maybe
question and answer for everybody.
Yeah, and I mean, as I'm walking, if people have questions, you can.
Oh yeah,
let me see if I can open it up.
Let me see.
Because we got some nice comments about your work, Leta. And here's.
Yeah, we've had some beautiful stories.
Okay, can see this one I really want people to see. It's very unique. Okay, look at that. So Leta, tell us a little bit more about this one. This one is called Stages of Life. Yeah, Stages of Life.
That painting is a painting of a painting of a painting. You know, it's like a process where artists go through. I had a painting behind it, and I did not like it, but I love the color. So maybe you can see the painting behind it, right? And there was a painting behind it before I did that. And then I was into lines. So I started doing lines on top of it. And I realized that the painting behind it was really cool. So visually it kind of looked cool. And then of course, I put my walkers there, and I don't know why in this one I put so many walkers, and they are in this one is very different because they all are going to different directions, and it's a little chaotic, the painting. I think the background and the lines and the people, and to be honest with you, I'm going to change it. I'm going to change the background. I don't know, but it's still in process. Yeah, that painting.
I think it's actually really cool.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, it is cool. But the meaning I wanted to create for that is the stages of life. It's just like a painting. It goes through many different stages. And sometimes, you know, it's really, it's a failure. You know, like I think that if I had to paint over it and over it and over it until I got a piece like this, you know, it's like life. You are up and down and you fail, but you keep trying. And you fail and you keep trying until you probably get it right. And sometimes you're never going to get it right. but the important thing is just to keep trying. So this
keep
is
going,
kind
yeah.
of what I wanted to say with this painting, and I'm still trying with that one.
But isn't
yeah.
that true? I mean, life is messy. It's not always what we expect it's going to be. And then, you know, I love in your artistic process that basically, you know, you're never really done. Like when I'm not a visual artist, I'm a musician. So when I'm performing or if I'm playing on a piece of music, I mean, you can work on it forever. It never really has a finish point. I think it's different from like architecture where you build a building and like that's pretty much it. Like it is what it is. But for these types of arts, I mean, you're going to, like you said, it's going to evolve. We evolve as people, so our work is probably going to evolve as well. This one I love too, the other side of the rainbow. Can you tell us about this one?
That one is because I don't know, I love rainbows because as growing up, every time I see a rainbow, and I'm sure this happens to everybody, we just are mesmerized by the look of them and their colors.
Yes.
Their colors. And you know, I'm an artist. As an artist, I love color. As my background, Latin background, I'm very colorful. So rainbows I just love them. And I always thought, what is, you know, those stories that you heard, there's something in the other side of the rainbow.
Mm-hmm.
There is this gold, or there is this magic, or there is this fairy waiting for you to go to the other side of the rainbow. So in that one, I was kind of like a little thrown to my childhood, and I just wanted to put like a family there because
Mm-hmm.
many times I've been with my son or with my sister, or when we would see these little wonderful, you know, sunsets or rainbow one after rain, and I don't know, and I want them to be alone, you know, kind of like in a mesmerizing moment when they discover that there's something in the other side of the rainbow. And of course, it's very abstract, the painting, you know, that was my intention. So that's the painting.
You know, I love that the one piece that's on the other side of this wall is the one with a ton of people, and then this one has one family.
Right.
And then, you know what, tell us a little bit about your mini walker series. Like these are larger pieces, so you'd have to, like for instance here you can see, but if you wanted to collect some of Leta's work, you can actually get a smaller version of it, right? So can you tell us about that?
Right. I actually have little, you know, like an example. I don't know if I can show it in the camera, but no, maybe not. Like yeah, like I said, my walkers have like gone, and then I created mini walkers, and this is our series. I created the series of Moon and Suns, and February 14 I created the Love Collection, and I only put a couple of walkers or 3 walkers or a family. And like I said, in this mesmerized moment when they discover the sun or the moon or the stars, or, you know, of course the heart, because I love hearts, and, you know, it's just a beautiful symbol of love. And I don't know, it's just, I don't know if you guys can see me.
Yeah, maybe we can spotlight her video. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so there's, I mean, what size is that? That looks like it's a 8 by 10 or something.
Yeah, these are my mini walkers. I've been, you can see like there's they're very little, 5 by 7, I think. This is from collection. They're kind of like, let me take it from like without the.
Yeah.
So see, something's happening here. It's more like a moment of, you know, with your partner or with your best friend, or I wanted to make it a little bit more intimate. So it's only just a few walkers. I didn't want to do it as humanity because we are in, you know, individual. So yeah, those are my mini walkers. So my walker series has expanded.
Yes. Well, and Barbara asks in here, what made you choose this method of the walkers?
What made me choose the message of the walkers?
The method of using the palette knife?
Oh, the method. Oh, yeah. I've always been very, like I've always, even in my abstract work, I like a lot of thick impastos with my technique. But in this case, it was an accident in my studio. Like I said, I had leftover painting and I didn't want to throw it away. And I had already a background. Actually, I can show you the painting that was created. In this mistake is this one. Hold on.
Well, what I love is that, you know, it was a quote unquote mistake, but it ended up being,
it was a mistake
yes,
because
a happy
no,
accident.
it was not
Exactly.
really a mistake. It was a coincidence. Okay,
That's, yeah.
It's called the mother of walkers. I call it the mother of walkers because if you look, it's, you know, and I had the background on gray and I have leftover paintings and I look close. They really don't look like my real walkers. They're a little thick, but not much.
Sure.
And I put them there with my knife and I just love how they look. Like I said, oh my gosh, they really look like people. I mean, and of course there's painters that I have been inspired throughout my life that they do people like this, but not like my walkers. They actually look like people, like they do a lot of people. And I just love their work. It's so fascinating because I always inspired by artists. Artists inspire me 100% of my time. But and then they look like, you know, like people walking, and I put the shadows. It's not even a well done like the way I do it, but this is how it came. And of course, everything I do, I connect it to my heart and my experiences, which most artists do. Most artists do. I'm not saying I'm unique in that sense, but I was going through the walkers of the immigrants, and I am an immigrant. I'm walking. I mean, the humans are walking. All that stuff that I talked at the beginning.
Right. I mean, that's, you know, I'm also a big believer that when we connect with the artist's story, that's when we really love the artwork even more, because you're learning, you're educating yourself, you're appreciating it. And so this session is so important just for people to get to know you and how everything came together. And, you know, now every time I see a Walker series, it's like, we know that's Leta's work, you know, and every artist is unique in what they create and how they create it. So it's going to be fun moving forward to hear from others as well. But I wanted to make sure everyone knew that you can contact Leta. You can go on her website at LeticiaHerreraArt.com. So it's HERRERA.com. And then she's on Instagram as well. You can email her at LeticiaHerrera@LeticiaHerreraArt.com. And she'd be happy to come meet you here. You can fly in from Mexico if you want, but she'd be happy to meet you here and give you a personal tour and show you around. We're also going to launch something through Serendipity using the hashtag #ArtAtSerendipity. So you can take a photo. You don't have to be here while I'm here or while Leta's here, but you can stop by anytime and take a look at the art and take a photo with it and then post it on your social media using hashtag #ArtAtSerendipity. And at the end of that, Leta will pick one of her favorite photos and you'll get a complimentary day at Serendipity Labs, as well as a little gift from her. So another exciting thing about Serendipity is they are expanding to McKinney. So the McKinney Lab will be opening off of 121 and Stacy, and there will be more opportunities for our local artists to exhibit and to share their stories and get their work out there. So Laura, I just wanted to say thank you to you for hosting this and letting us have some time with our amazing artists, and I'm excited to see, you know, how much more we get to do together with our arts community.
Yes, thank you so much, Tammy and Leta, for sharing your brilliant minds, your beautiful grace, and your beautiful hearts. Both of you have brought so much love to this project, and we're just so honored to have the artwork in the space. We hope that everyone here will come join us and do a tour with Leta to see the work in person. It's just so inspiring. And while you're here, you can work in our space and perhaps meet Tammy if she happens to be not in meetings that day. The other thing I have, we have 2 more questions. So let's see. We have, sorry, I want to catch his name, but we have a question as to what the various sizes of your works are. So what's the—
Frank is asking, yep.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. I have various sizes of my work. Most of my work is big formats, between 48 by 48, 60 by 48 inches, even bigger. I could do bigger. Actually, I'm planning making a very huge painting, but or I can go really small too. I have my mini formats, my small formats also as well. So yeah, I have all kinds of sizes in my work.
It's
But
lots
most
of options depending on someone's home size, or if they want it at their desk even, you can have that little inspiration. And then we have one other guest who's asked us, sometimes they will just go down the hallway to make copies just so that they can see the other side of the rainbow.
Oh, that's so cool.
That's so sweet.
Yeah, so I'm so glad Tammy featured that piece.
Yeah.
They said that the rainbow is their favorite, and so they asked what it represented to you and what inspired you. So I'm glad that we got
so perfect
over that and talk about additional pieces with Tammy. So thank you.
Yeah, of course.
That wraps us up for today. Everybody, please remember we'll be sending a thank you email with all of the information that we presented to you. There'll be a link of this recording if you want to share it with any family. And please come by the lab, reach out to Leta to see her artwork in person and to work with her to get some pieces in your home or in your offices.
Yes.
I really appreciate it. Can they see me? Can
yes.
they? Yeah. Well, I just want to say I am very honored and thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys to have me and the support that you have given to artists and the opportunity, and to my friends and my family and the people that are here and supporting me, and the ones that couldn't make it right now. It's, we're really, as artists, want you there. We do this for you. So thank you.
No, thank you. And thank you for continuing to create, Leta, even in these difficult times, because we need that inspiration. So appreciate it.
You're welcome, of course.
Well, everybody, please have a wonderful day. Thank you again to Tammy and Leta. This has been totally inspiring, and we're very excited to continue to share the work of Frisco Arts and your individual art, Leta, with the wider community. Have a wonderful day, everybody, and thank you for joining us.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.